So what is a good CPM? What is a good RPM? Hello, it's me. I'm Steven Allen. How are you doing today? So CPM, RPM, that is cost per mil, and it is for CPM. And then RPM, it is revenue per mil, and that is RPM. So the difference is CPM, it really doesn't matter what a good CPM is because it doesn't really affect you. That's how much an advertiser is paying for the ad that would be played in a video, a YouTube video. We're talking about this in the context of YouTube videos and monetization. So the YouTube partner program with the ad revenue share. With the RPM, that's the one that matters. So a good one, they vary a lot. You can have one that's super low. It could be like a few dollars. It could be $5. That's like a good solid middle ground. You can have like a $10 RPM. You could have a $20 one. Often people who post videos about money, finance, and that's what this is supposed to be kind of about, get the $20 RPMs. I have had an RPM on a video that was $200. And it's cost per mil, revenue per mil. We're at mille pesos, which is Latin. 1,000 pesos is mille pesos. But anyway, mil is 1,000 in Latin. So that's where that comes from. But it's how much you get paid per 1,000 views, and you really care about the RPM. So back in the day, YouTube only showed the CPM, and you were like, okay, so I have to do calculations to figure out how much I'm getting out of this. And now they show the RPM. And for a while, I think they were only showing the RPM and they weren't showing the CPM, which I think people got upset with that because they were like, well, how much are you getting paid? Because if you only see, so I guess you do care about your CPM too, but if you only see the RPM, and let's say the RPM is $7 or the RPM is $3 or $2, if you don't know what the CPM is, you might be like, are they taking more than they should? Because maybe the CPM is $200, $50. And if you're getting a $1 from $50, that means the advertiser's paying quite a bit and you're only getting, nothing. Well, not nothing, but you're getting not as much as you should get. So it is good to know both numbers, but my stomach, I think that was my stomach growling, or that was like some noises like a pipe or something, because it is cold. It is super cold outside. My stomach will growl, but I have the window open, so hopefully that kind of covers it, and I'm trying to talk so it doesn't make so much noise. It was growling, and then I'm going to eat after this video. My stomach is always growling on all these videos. But anyway, it's cold outside, and I have, what is it called? A radiator. So a lot of the pipes in this building make noises, trying to give heat to the building. So it could be that, it could be me, my stomach, whatever. Anyway, you do care about the CPM and the RPM together but I'm just saying you care more about the RPM because that's how much you are getting. So if you have an RPM for a video and it is $5 and you have 2,000 views on that video, you should get $10. If it's 2,000, because it's $5 per 1,000 views, and then 5 plus 5 is 10. But there are other things that factor into it. It's like how long a person watches the video. And I think, I think it's more stuff now. Like if they pause the video, if they kind of click on an ad, interact with an ad, if they don't skip the ad, it's a lot of stuff with that. Also, I was going to say something about what else can affect it. Other things can affect it. If I remember, I'll get back to that. But I do want to mention that the RPM, the CPM changes every day for every video. So advertisers can say how much that they want to pay per video, a certain type of video, a certain demographic, a certain area, a certain length, a certain topic, whatever. And so that affects it. And then YouTube deciding what videos will get what ads. It depends on your impressions, how many people are clicking on your videos, how many people leave comments, how many people leave likes, how many people subscribe, how many people do this, that, and the other, so on and so forth. I'm going to actually Google RPM, CPM, just to make sure I'm not missing anything. CPM versus RPM. And it wrote COM. I said CPM. But yeah, it can change, or it does change every day. So they are metrics used in digital advertising to measure revenue earned from ads. CPM stands for cost per thousand ad impressions, while RPM stands for revenue per thousand views. So they're saying it's for, CPM is for impressions and RPM is for views. I guess I've always understood CPM being, that's my refrigerator. I've always understood CPM being how much the advertiser is paying, and RPM is how much you get. So it's not about, okay, so that does make sense, per impression, because an advertiser is saying how much they want to pay for their video to get out there. They don't know who's going to click on it, so that's what they're paying for, I guess, impressions. And then you get paid not off the impressions, you get paid off of who actually watches your video. So I guess that kind of makes sense, but maybe whatever. The basic thing is it matters how much you are getting from it. So you want to have a higher RPM. And if you're posting videos that are leaning towards a younger audience or something that is risque, you'll get a lower RPM. And if it's something that an advertiser doesn't think is advertiser friendly at all, then you won't have anything. It'll just be a video you can't monetize. So that's why YouTube cares so much about, when you're in the partner program, you have to go through this checklist of, did you say anything that's inappropriate? Use any words that are not work appropriate, school appropriate? Is your content showing anything that's not appropriate? Are you talking about anything that's controversial? Are you, well, I can't really say, I could Google it, but whatever, you would see it. But it's just a whole list of things. And you only really have to read it once, and then you just know, don't make videos about those things. So that's why you'll see that a lot of YouTubers don't really use profanity as much anymore. And then some of the bigger YouTubers, they still do it. But I feel like I really haven't heard it as much. So kind of, and then for a while too, you couldn't even bleep it out. I don't know if that's still a thing, but it's like the first 8 seconds, you can't say anything that's a word of curse. And then you can't even bleep it out, because in some of my videos, I wanted to do it for a comedic factor. And I thought I could bleep it. So some people would just mute it, or they would add like a horse noise or a dog barking or something like that. And I did that a bit too, but that requires a lot more editing. So you have to just avoid certain things that you're saying. But it changes daily. Let me confirm. I mean, I know that's true, but let's say, let me just say it. Does YouTube RPM change daily? Does the YouTube RPM change daily? I don't normally do this. I normally type it in, but I feel, stop. Yes, your YouTube RPM can change daily. And it just typed in all the other stuff. I normally don't do that, but since I'm recording a video, I just didn't want to take forever to do that. But anyway, yeah, so it changes daily. I once had an RPM that was like $200. I think it was $199, or it was above 200. Not a lot above, but a little bit above, if it was above. But it was around 200, like very, very close. And I was like, oh my goodness. And this was, I want to say like 2021 that I noticed this. And this happens often. And you have to kind of look for it, because it's per video that you get the different RPM, CPM, all that kind of stuff. And so it kind of averages out to a normal amount, but you'll have a video every once in a while that will be an outlier and it'll be super high. And sometimes it's a mistake, and then YouTube will go back in and say like, no, it shouldn't have been that high. But then other times it's not a mistake and they leave it like that. But I wasn't getting a lot of views at that time. I'm not getting a lot of views now, but if I were to get that on one of my videos now, it would be significant. When in the past, I was getting like 1 view or 2 views or 5 views a day, and I was posting videos. And then after like 3 to 6 months, then I started to gain more views. And I was posting shorts, and shorts really do help for that. I'm trying to just have and this was my main account, not this account, because you go like, I don't see, like, you don't have any views on your, not this account. This is a new account. I meant my main account. But I really want to focus on long form because that's like the place you want to be. Shorts get you the vanity metrics, just the numbers, the visuals, like so someone can see, wow, you have 1,000 subscribers. Wow, you have 3,000 subscribers. But if you want to have like real loyal people watching you and paying attention to you and like you for you, you need to post long form videos. So I am trying to do them every day. So you can see that I'm doing this video here. I want to do 20-minute long videos, and that is lengthy, but I want to do it until the end of the month. It is currently, let's see, it is currently the 21st. So I have a week and a few days left to do this experience. But I mean, honestly, there's no reason to really worry about it. The CPM, RPM, you just want to make sure if you do want to really, I think it kind of evens out, kind of. You want to make sure, well, what I was going to say is it kind of evens out because if you're making videos about finance, for the most part, that's not going to be videos, those videos will not go super viral for the most part, but they have a much higher RPM, CPM. So you could get 1,000 views on a video, 500 views on a video. And since the CPM, RPM is so high, you end up making a lot more. With a gaming video like Minecraft, it has a much lower CPM, RPM, but that reaches a much larger audience. So you'll get maybe 50,000 views on a video and get the same amount of money as someone who posts about finance and they have 750 views or 1,000 views on a video. So, and then there's some niches that are so specific and they have a low CPM, RPM. So it's like you don't get that many views and the CPM, RPM is super low. So I would only be like cautious of that. So you just want to choose things that are, I think you want to choose something, honestly, I think you just want to choose something that you already do, that you're passionate about, wow, or that you already do daily that you care about. So if you cook every day, make videos about cooking. And I thought that CPM, RPM was okay, but I've heard that that's kind of low too. But if you like building things, do that. If you like reading, talk about books. If you like watching TV shows, movies, then you could talk about that, whatever it is. But I would choose something that you can do daily, that you could do easily, that you could just speak about and not have to do these special edits. Because if you want to do travel videos and you want to physically travel somewhere, that could get expensive and that requires a lot more effort than talking about traveling. So maybe if you want to do a travel channel and you've done a lot of traveling, you can sprinkle in when you travel, maybe make a video once a month that's fully edited, but the rest of the videos are about how to pack for the airport, how to pack one bag, a carry-on, how to, what snacks you should take, how much money you need to take on a trip, all that kind of stuff. So there's so many things that you can talk about. There's so many things that you can focus on. And I really feel like you'll find the audience based on what you care about. But if you're like, oh, finance videos, money videos, that makes the most money, I'm going to talk about that. And you don't care about money, saving, finance at all. And you're just trying to like go for the cash grab, I guess. It will probably be difficult and disappointing because you won't grow as fast as you want to because you're not enjoying making the video. You're just trying to get the views. And then after you get monetized, maybe you don't know enough about finance or money, and then YouTube is like, this doesn't count as finance. This counts as like comedy, entertainment, and they give it like a $1 CPM. And then the RPM is like 3 cents, and that can't happen. So I haven't, well, I feel like I saw that kind of happen years and years ago, but not on a lot of videos, like a video, but it was a video that I posted that was just super random and silly and didn't make sense on purpose. And I posted it on my monetized account because back in the day, all accounts were monetized. Well, not that far back. Like initially, nothing was monetized. And then some people were invited. Then they opened it up to everyone. Then they were like, well, now we're closing it off to some people. And then they were like, well, now we're gonna, and then for a while they were monetizing only the accounts that were monetized, you saw ads. So if you didn't see an ad, you were like, oh, they're not monetized. But now all videos get ads. And people will still say, unless they changed it again, but people will say like, now you see ads on my videos. But they released a statement saying that ads will run on all YouTube videos. If you're monetized, you'll get money from that. But if you're not monetized, it all goes to YouTube. So I don't know if they changed that again, but you used to be able to select if you wanted an ad, like a little little banner. Would it be called a banner? A footer at the bottom of your video that you would have to click X if you watched on a desktop. I don't even know if that's still there. And then there would be the side picture ad next to the video as an option. And then there would be the beginning ad or skippable ads or non-skippable ads. And you could select which ads you wanted in your videos. And I don't think you can do that anymore. I think you can only turn on ads, turn off ads, and then you could select to place your ads within the video. So some people will put like an ad every minute, every 10 seconds or something like that. But when you do that, even if you put one ad in the video, it doesn't necessarily play. So like you can say you want an ad in the video, but then YouTube still decides if they want to put it there or not. So you can't plan for an ad definitely being there. You could say like, my ad right now, it may or may not play. And then if someone has YouTube Premium, then the ads don't play because of YouTube Premium, they don't play. But then I heard with YouTube Premium, they're just going to have fewer ads and not no ads. So that's the thing. But the niches that are ones that you can kind of bank on, knowing that you will get an audience, the gaming videos, but that has a lower CPM RPM, finance videos, but that has a smaller audience. And I think you need to like know your stuff to do finance. I mean, this account is money related, but I'm not calling it like I'm a finance professional or I'm going to tell you like invest in this and that. No, I just want it to be about like this kind of stuff. I'm talking about CPM RPM. You know, I don't want it to be invasive. I don't want it to be like, you can make this, you can make $50,000 by, you know, posting on YouTube every day, you know, because that just feels disgusting when people do that kind of stuff. And I feel like it's helpful to kind of know how much someone can make as a small YouTuber, but we've seen those videos. We already know. So people keep releasing them, and I guess because people watch them, but do you really want people to know all your stuff? It's your stuff. Keep your stuff to yourself, I think. But I feel like sharing stuff that people can see. So if you were sharing like, I got, you know, 20,000 views on this video, we can see that. That's not hidden. But to say that you made $2,000 off of this video, that's fine if it's like a one-off. But if you're just saying in detail everything about, and then cut to, I do that with this account. Although I'm not against it doing that with one account, but not everything. You don't need to know everything. I mentioned in another video, I think on my main channel, that people say too much in videos. So if you were to say, oh, Like you, I don't want to say me, but you, if you were to say you carry $50 in your wallet every day, so that means anyone that watches this video, if they see you out and about, they'll know you have $50 in your pocket. So they may want to take it. You don't want to share all that, just like you don't want to share where you live or your address or anything like that. You don't want to, share too much because people out here doing, different stuff. They ain't playing games. So that is that with the CPM, RPM. And like that English teacher, I forgot how she ends her videos. She says like, so did you learn something today? But yeah, something to keep in mind, something to look forward to if you're not monetized yet. And because they switched the CPM, RPM daily, that means you can start posting videos differently. So if you see your CPM, RPM is super low, you can start trying to pivot your channel, your viewership, your account and everything into an older audience that has more money that they can spend into topics that lean more towards money. So if you were posting gaming videos and you were being like super goofy and silly and it appeals more to like the youth, like lil, then maybe you want to start having more appeal to someone who's like in their 20s, in their 30s, or in their 40s, 50s, even though it's Minecraft, because everyone watches that. Everyone watches, there's an audience for everything at every age. I mean, for the most part, kind of. Well, I don't want to make this weird, but like, obviously there's certain groups of people that are not watching certain things for obvious reasons. But I'm saying that YouTube is vast. There's so many people. It is a struggle to find people to watch your video, but it's better, I think, to grow organically and find people than to try to find people in public or people your friends and family, that kind of stuff, to get to watch your stuff, because that's a limited amount and you really want to reach people in other states or in other countries or whatever. So food for thought, something to keep in mind, CPM, RPM. Don't worry about it, but just something to be aware of. And if you see certain videos have a higher CPM, RPM, maybe make some more videos that are similar to that. And if you see some that have super low CPM, RPM daily, because it changes, but if you see like the trend is that it is low, maybe don't post as much of that if you care about making more coin. But anyway, hit the follow, hit the bless, hit the subscribe, hit the heart, the star, all the stuff, do the things. And until next time, I'm Steven Allen. Take a little time to make art and be brilliant. I'll talk to you later. Goodbye.